And it says we are live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Thursday night. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes Live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe. And while you are at it, light them up, baby. Hit the notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man. I got a hair or something that's getting right in my eyes. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. I'm going to turn that one a little bit because I think it's getting in my eyes just a little bit too much. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about YOLOPARK, a little bit about Newage, a little bit about Dr. Wu. We're going to touch on NYCC with some stuff after the fact there. We're going to talk a little bit about the China Toy Expo and a whole bunch of other stuff in between, before, after. And, of course, we'll do trivia and this week's unboxing as well. So, let's kind of make sure we got everything done here that I need done. I think so. Let's see who we already have here. Hey, Mike, got two nice figures today. The Dreamwave Spartacus Megatron and the Oversized Tarn. It's painted very nice, interesting. Is the Oversized Tarn the, like, Bayway one or whatever it is? That is nice. Hey Blue, Dragonfly, Daryl. In the community, here's my reply. You know, I was making a point because we had 5 mainline, 1 Takara exclusive, which is Thundercracker. I don't know what you're talking about, Blue. No, I haven't looked at I've had a very busy day. I really haven't looked at the comments much, buddy. I'm sorry. Hey Razor Bear, hey Matthew. So I got the Devastation Sideswipe from Target because they also had a deal for 25% off on toys, so I paid $20 for them. That seems about right. That seems pretty good. And honestly, I like that Sideswipe. Like, I have the version that came out during Kingdom, I want to say. That was part of a 2-pack. It's the same mold, except I think you have a little extra I guess paint detail, we'll call it, for the headlights and the way that they sort of are supposed to angle up. And I think your feet are a different color, but otherwise it's the same one. It's a nice Lambo. Goodbye. 5 mainline Legacy Armadas, 1 Age of the Primes. Hope we get the main. Oh, that you were talking about. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't speculate, Blue. You know this, so I really don't know. But you never know. Hey, Maximal 10, Big M. Hey, Lion. Hey, Francis. Onyx, Alphatron, and Skydive. Wow, you got a lot this week. It's been a long week and days here as well. Still yet to dig into Alphatron and Onyx Prime. That's fair. That is fair. So, I said we were going to look at a number of things. So how about, without further ado, let's kind of jump right into the news, shall we? And we're going to start with Dr. Wu and this. Yeah, it's going to be their take on Flak and Sunrunner. Now, interestingly, and I like this, I guess, offering. And these are only renders right now. And there's not a lot here to see. There we go. Flak and Sunrunner. Here's what I will say. If Flak sounds familiar to you, it's because in the War for Cybertron, they did release a 2-pack. Now, of course, we all know that Flak is part of the Battle Patrol along with the leader, Big Shot, or in Siege, he was Top Shot. It was Top Shot and Flak. That was a 2-pack. So Big Shot and Flak, but we were missing Sidetrack and Sunrunner. Well, in this case, we're getting Flak again and Sunrunner, which is neat. I like this Flak better because, as you can see here, he actually has elbows, as he should have. I'm willing to bet that what Dr. Wu does here with Micromasters will be infinitely better than what Hasbro did, to be honest with you. I'm excited for this. Am I in for it? I'm not sure yet, but quite possibly, because honestly, I like Micromasters. I think that they're pretty cool. And Dr. Wu does a pretty great job with very diminutive little bots. So I kind of have hope that this has potential, at least, to be something quite good. We will get back into that. Um, we all know the Wheelie, and if you don't know, you should know the Wheelie and Outback pre-orders on Walmart, both in Canada and the US, went up. I have zero interest in this Wheelie. I find that face horrifically hideous, even though as I say that, it's horrifically hideous. Let's be honest here. That's what makes it glorious, because it is very true to the G1, which was also hideous. Same with Outback. Outback looks pretty great. I'm not going to lie, I do have a pre-order in for Outback because I really, really do like the look of him. That said, here in Canada, these guys aren't slated for a release until March, early beginning part of March. So whereas Sea Spray showed up pretty quickly, I'm not anticipating these guys showing up on shelves as quickly. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I don't think I will. Also, from the panel, I guess, recap, we had things that ended up coming up. I'm obviously not going right through the panel, but we'll run through a few things here for sure. We've seen all of these guys before. Nothing new here, from Blast Off to the Junkion Lad to Quick Strike. We talked about all of that last week. Same with the Voyagers, from Brawl to Animated, Wreck-Gar, and Amalgamus. Of course, Big Convoy and Razor Claw. Now, this was new. This is the render for Onslaught. I like the look of it, though. I'm not going to lie. They're at the legs and the arms, it looks kind of panel-tastic. I'm wondering how things will fold in there and how they're going to handle the Bruticus body, so to speak. I do like the giant feet and the big heel. I think that that's good. I can't wait to see this in color. Word is we will at least see a gray model of it at, I think it's like MCN London, which is only like a couple of weeks away. Well, maybe even less than a couple of weeks away now. So we should get a kind of a full reveal coming up soonish for Onslaught. And I mean, I think it looks fine, but again, it's just a render, so it's hard to say for sure. Right? Even going in close. It's hard to say. I need it colored. I really do, personally. I mean, you could nitpick this apart, I suppose, but I'm really not interested in doing that. Then we come down, and again, some things that we've seen from Arachnid and Windcharger and Barricade. The Windcharger looks great. The Seeker and the Thundercracker and the one Alpha Trion, the Nemesis Prime, the Titan Grimlock, the Wheelie. And then there was this. And we'll see some more images of this as we kind of go here. But this was what's going to follow up Hearts of Steel. It is Timelines. The first release is going to be Optimus and Starscream. Optimus turns into, I think it's like a bull with a trailer. And Starscream, I think, is an eagle. And apparently it does come from Japanese samurai lore, whatever this is, as the reference. And it's a samurai reference. And their robot modes are very samurai-esque. So I guess if you're really into Japanese lore, this might appeal to you. My wife does think that this Starscream looks pretty cool. Actually, she thinks the Optimus does too. She thinks that this is a cool concept. She kind of likes it. Obviously, this is an adaptation of the Airazor Pterosaur mold for sure for Starscream. I think it works okay if you want a bird Starscream. The Optimus, a little more samurai-esque, I find, because his trailer kind of becomes like his arm pads and that sort of thing. I do like his sai, his blade staff, whatever it is. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not struck on the head sculpt. I think the head sculpt's a little too samurai-esque for my taste. But I can appreciate those who are very much into Japanese lore, and I'm sure that this is going to appeal to an awful lot of people. The Optimus is obviously a new mold. I do think it's very interesting the way that they handled his trailer, and the bull is the cab, right? I do think that that's clever. It's just, I don't know where this would ever fit in my collection in any way, shape, or form, to be honest with you. Nice display box, too, not for nothing. I think that looks really nice, personally. And that might be all I kind of wanted to show. Oh, and they did do, I guess I will show the Hall of Fame stuff. So they did do the Hall of Fame stuff. Age of the Primes, the Hall of Fame was won by Megatronus the Fallen. That said, Onyx was second That's what I voted for. And Skybite was third. I almost voted for Skybite. Then for Studio Series, 86 Megatron won. Age of Extinction, Optimus Prime was second. Surprising. And the one Sentinel Prime was third. I voted for Sentinel Prime. I love that Transformers One Sentinel Prime. And then for exclusives, Sideways won. I'm telling you now, a lot of people say Sideways is shell forming and they're not getting him and stuff. He's so good. He is so good. I'm not a Unicron Trilogy guy. I'm telling you, he's excellent. You wouldn't think it. He looks like he wouldn't be, but he really is quite excellent. The kind of follow-ups there was the Hearts of Steel Optimus of Starscream bag. Pardon me. And the Retro Sea Spray. I may have voted for Retro Sea Spray, but I don't think I did. I think I actually voted for Sideways, if I'm not mistaken. And I get it. Like, it looks weird, kind of spindly, but I'm telling you, man, so good. So good. And, of course, they did a nod to Ron Friedman. I love the look of this. They showed some stuff on Pulse. Quintus is a dream come true. I really like the way Quintus looks. I think Quintus will be a strong contender for 2026. Amalgamous, same thing. Looks brilliant. I love it. I mean, nothing much more to say. Now, some people have really complained about this and said, hey, with the legs being what they are, especially the lower legs being as hollow as what they are, this feels overpriced. Maybe it is, but that's listen, it's no good to complain and sook about prices now. I told you all in 2019 when Siege jumped up 33%, yeah, it's time to send a message to Hasbro now. And everybody looked at me and said, what a whiner, what a complainer. No, they're fine, except for everybody else around the world. And now the US is finally catching up to the rest of the world. And you guys are getting all up in arms over the prices. Dude, like I told you 6 years ago, it's too late now because we've had too long where high prices have been justified that now they think it's okay to charge that. If you don't support the recent price hikes, cool, but you're 6 years too late for the rest of the world who was already there 6 years earlier. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a gripe about the price. I think you should, but I think you should have had said gripe a long time ago. I think now is, if I was Hasbro, I wouldn't pay any attention to the gripes now because we've had too many years with the justified. I think the Thundercracker is going to be 42 US. Welcome to the club. I mean, he's 47 to 49 here. So yeah, welcome to the club. Don't even get me started on like Australian prices or like in the UK and stuff. Thundercracker, that said, this infinitely better in every single way than the Earthrise. This has a waist. This can take the wings off the legs as it should be. The arms are all filled in. It just looks more accurate. It's just, yeah, I love this. Love it. Even the feet don't have the ugly toe holes, and the heels actually are, as they should be, the thrusters, just like was done with Siege. The Siege feet, believe it or not, are actually pretty correct. I mean, look at the two of them next to each other. Is there really even a comparison? Honestly, like the Thundercracker is just leaps and bounds better in every way than that Starscream. Leaps and bounds better. It's, to me, it's apples and oranges. Love it. The Soundwave, they showed off. They showed the cassette capability here, but I mean, nobody should be shocked that he can take the cassettes. He's Voyager sized. I don't know why they're charging leader price for it, but I mean, he's a Voyager, right? I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, there shouldn't be any shock here. The wheelie, I do like the vehicle mode. I'll give credit where credit is due there. I think that looks really good. I mean, and again, you can see here the comparison of toy accuracy to toy accuracy. It's a great job. It's just that the original was also kind of horrific in the face. Same here with Outback. Very true to the original. We have in hand looks at the Starscream, which I don't think it's going to shock anyone because it's obviously the Air Razor mold. The Optimus, I think, is more interesting for sure, but he also looks quite bulky. I'd like to see more of his articulation. I think it's all there, but I wonder how hard it is to get the junk out of the way, and maybe it's very easy. It's cute. It's definitely cute, and it's definitely different. I think the Starscream Looks really neat. I don't know. I don't think it's for me, but I can understand the appeal. That's what I would say. I don't think it's for me, but I totally understand why this is going to appeal to a lot of people. So there wasn't much new shown other than these two and the onslaught thing and one more item, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. And yeah, that's the end of that. So we're going to get back into this and we're going to go up because this was the other thing. This is the Skybound Optimus Prime. It will be $79.99, I think. Yeah, $79.99. So it's not a commander price, but it's definitely more than I think a leader price in the US. There are certainly differences here. First, the fusion cannon apparently can be removed from the arm, though the arm I don't think can actually be removed to put another Optimus arm in. Can't confirm that though, because it's quite possible that it can if you pull out the mushroom peg. The Optimus itself has some changes as well. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it in here. Yeah, we should be able to see it in here. Go here first. First, the little flaps on the legs, they are now silver. The feet, actually, here's my Optimus. Yeah, the toes. The toes are now just blue instead of having the gray in them. The Autobot logo is all white instead of just being a white outline. And we definitely have a newly molded head. By the way, this is also the vehicle mode. And I don't think that the regular Optimus has yellow on the headlights. This one does. Yeah, let's just scroll up here. New head, it looks like. So the crest, I guess, on his forehead, instead of being gray inside with a blue outline, it's gray inside with a gray outline. The eyes are definitely more pronounced, and the shape of his mask is a little bit different, coming up like a little high of a peak on the nose, and it does have the little, I'm going to call it chin divot at the bottom. I don't find it to be as G1 accurate personally. A lot of people find it more G1 accurate. I guess it depends on your frame of reference. I still think that what we got in actual Studio Series is the best head, but I know a lot of people replaced that one too. If you're really in for having a Megatron, I mean, you could get this for sure. Some people are saying this is too little too late because they already have like the DNA design upgrade kit, for example, for this, and that fills the bill for them. So I can't tell you what to do. I'm not really in for this because I'm not that invested in Skybound. But if you are, this is an excellent Optimus. And I'm pretty sure that the arm will just open and the hand folds in just like it does on this side. Like for the truck mode, the transformation is pretty much the same. Then we had kind of pictures from, I guess it was day 2, really, showing off the Optimus and the Starscream. Man, we don't need to go through a million pictures of these, I don't think. There you go. I mean, I want to say it's Voyager, but it might only be Deluxe, and I'm not sure. But I do like the look of the animal. I do like the look of the trailer. The Optimus is good. Again, it's just the whole samurai helmet thing isn't landing with me. Other than that, it's good. And the chest feels very much like the chest of the Titan's Return laser Optimus. A lot like that chest to me. The Starscream looks cool. I like that the tail feathers can be used as almost like a little fan. I think that's really neat. My wife likes fans, so she would probably also like that feature. I mean, that just looks good. There's no doubt. And it's very samurai-esque if that's your thing. See what I mean with the helmet, though? Like, if it's your thing, cool. It's just, I'm not really that into samurais. But, I mean, if you're going to do Optimus as a samurai, this is definitely the way to do it. No doubt about it. As we go down here, we'll do a couple more of the trailer, I guess, the medicine house and the bull. I think that's a clever way that they handle it. I really do. I actually really like that. I don't think there's I don't need to go through a million pictures. And I don't think you want me to go through a million pictures. Maybe you do, but you can go through pictures yourself. We're going to scroll down here. And This is just some of the stock images, right? I mean, there is the wind charger. And like, I get that the leg folds out. I hope it's more successful than it was with Widow. You know, I'm cool with saying that. The rest of this looks pretty great. I still think back here is hollow. I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a gripe that this guy's too hollow, but so you should. I'm done griping about it because everybody told me I was a complainer and a big baby, even though I wasn't. And I told everybody back then, okay, I'm only a complainer until I'm right. Here we are. By the way, I said in 2021 that I don't foresee Hasbro surviving the next 10 years to 2031. Certainly not the way we recognize the company at all. I've seen nothing to change that. I'll be shocked if they're around by 2031. I wish in the stock images they had gone the extra mile and taken these ugly, ugly fins off the side of the leg. It's inaccurate and it's wrong. If you like it, you can leave them there, but it's not right. Putting them in behind the wings, I love. I absolutely love it. Some people have complained about the chest not being deep enough here or dark enough. It looks like the cartoon, man. Some people have said that they find the waist a little too rounded, but it looks like the cartoon, man. If you don't like it, cool. Some people have said that they find like the arms got flat panels and they wish it had more greebly detail. And I get that. I can understand that. That said, Starscream wife actually likes flat surfaces more. So I think that when she sees the Seeker in hand compared to my other Seekers, I have no doubt that she's going to be like, this is better. I have no doubt that's what she's going to say. The plane is the plane. I do wish that these little black sections here were blue, but very small gripe. Otherwise, it's a great looking version of the plane. Can't wait for this. I don't remember the last time I was excited for a Thundercracker, but I'm excited for this. Outback. I mean, if you like Brawn, you're going to like Outback, right? Looks great. The Optimus, again, we've seen a bunch of images of this, so I'm going to fly through that fairly quickly here. And then that brings us right back around to the beginning. All of that was for pre-orders, obviously. And Mochi. These are sold in, I think, China and Japan. So they're not the easiest thing in the world to get. This latest wave has Nemesis Prime, Bug Bite, G2 Megatron, and Shattered Glass Shockwave. That's an interesting addition. And I mean, they're just cute little plushes, right? I like the Megatron. I love the Megatron head. And I like that he has a scowl on his eyebrows, but yet he still has a little smile. Shattered Glass Shockwave. I mean, he's a yellow lad. What can I say? If you didn't know that before, now you do. And of course, Nemesis Prime from Optimus Prime. So nothing really new here, just new colorations. Some keychains and stuff. I mean, it is what it is. But it is, I'm pretty sure, for a couple of Asian markets or China and Japan, something like that. Let's go up here. Kang Toys. This is a full color sample of their sludge. This is the generation scaled one. And okay, so I look at this and I'm like, you got your silvers, your golds, your reds. Okay, cool. If you said, what Dinobot is this? I don't think I would guess sludge. I would guess it from the Dino mode, but I don't think I would guess it from the robot mode. Oh. It looks, again, as I've always said about Kang Toys, like that, it looks beautiful. The love is there, the sculpt is there, the detail is there. Like it's art. It's gorgeous. I'm not going to pretend it's not. It has a lot of kibble hanging off of it. I mean, a lot, but it still seems to retain a high level of articulation and detail. So as long as the kibble works well and incorporates well, maybe it's not a big issue. Love the Dino mode. I would say it's a little Apatosaurus more than Brontosaurus, though. Personally speaking, obviously becomes a leg for Volcanicus. And here is the Generations one next to the MP scaled one, which is obviously bigger with some more detail. Slendered down a little bit for the Generations one just because of the size, just to make it easier to work with. I really wish they would do this with the Predacons. and their Predaking. I really, really, really wish they would do it with them. I don't know why they chose to do it with the Dinobots and not Predaking. People are salivating for Predaking, and I think that they would have probably done better. But, you know, I'm not the one who makes those choices. They made their choices. Cyber World, episode 10, 11, they're now up online if that's your thing and you're interested in that. This was the Skybound, I guess, introduction of where they're going next in their Energon universe. This is just the pre-orders again, so I don't need to go into that. Now, this is the Optimus. And this is actual, like, in hand, well, not in hand, but it's like actual in sample, I guess, versions of Optimus. I mean, no doubt it looks good, but you got to be cool with the things that they changed about the actual Optimus. Like, I wouldn't want the vents on the legs painted silver, and I wouldn't want the toes missing the gray because I'm such a G1 guy. But I don't think it would be a deal breaker either. Same with the Autobot logo. A lot of people prefer the white logo. The head sculpt, I mean, if you like this head sculpt better, cool. I do wish the blue was out around his crest on his forehead. But I don't think it is in the comic either. A lot of people have asked for this. A lot of people have asked for more of the Skybound, I guess, offerings. This is a start to it. Let's see how this sells, right? Let's see how this does. If this does well, then they'll probably do more. It's as simple as that. I'm going to go down here because, again, I don't think we need to see a billion of them. It's, you know, it's a Megatron arm with a fusion cannon. I think a lot of people are going to be very curious if the cannon can work with 86 Megatron. I am curious too. Anybody who gets this, let me know if it works with that Megatron. I like this. I mean, you can see how the arm, you know, fits in there. I like that since he doesn't have the other smokestack, the fusion cannon becomes that other smokestack. You can see he still has his ion blaster that's plugged in behind him there. I like this. I think the truck mode is really cool, actually. But I think it looks cool in the comic, too. So, yeah. No, I mean, it's a great mold. I'm happy with my 86. I have a couple of the KOs. If you're in for this, it's a fantastic mold. Like, really, really especially good. There's a reason that it topped so many lists for best of in 2024. Because it's just that good. And from every angle, like, it doesn't matter what angles you're looking at here, close, far, up, down, doesn't matter. It looks good from every single angle. That's the thing. He always looks great. For the head sculpt, this is a kind of a bit of a close-up on it. You can see the eyes look a little bigger to me as well. The mask is certainly a bit different, but otherwise I think it's mostly the same. Maybe the brim of his eyebrow, maybe the brim up above might be a little bit different. I can't really tell that for sure up right there. Yeah, I mean, this is still a great prime. There's no doubt about it. Fusion cannon looks good. The Meg's arm looks good. Even from behind, looks great. Really does. It all still looks really good. And you can see where they have the ion cannon put on his shoulder there, right? Something that you can do if you really want to. Yeah, I mean, what's not to like about this? I don't know if the regular ion blaster can do that because I don't use it. I use the Centurion Pack one, right? Or my resin cast for that Dragonfly did for me. Shout out to Dragonfly, who I'm pretty sure is in the chat. Truck looks good. Again, you have the red lights here, but you don't have the gray. This one looks like it's assembled correctly. Yay! But again, looks great. And you can even tilt the smokestack, both for transformation and just for beat up Optimus look if you're so inclined, right? Some people have said that they wish the chest was a little more beat up in detail. But I mean, you could do that yourself, or there's stickers for it and stuff, or you could paint it yourself if you're so inclined. What they did do that I'm noticing here, or what it seems like they did, is the section that should be here behind the head that tabs into this post and one on this arm seems to be gone. I don't know why they would have taken that out, or if it's just not folded up from down here. I'm really not 100% sure on that. But I did notice that that wasn't there in the vehicle mode pictures, right? So make of that what you will. I still think it looks really good. I think it's an impressive piece. I really do think it's an impressive piece. Yeah, cool. As we go up here, YOLOPARK showed off their Optimus Prime and Megatron. Yet again, I'm pretty sure that this is the. Yeah, I think this is like the final form ones that we've seen so much about. And again, they both look good. You know what YOLOPARK is like for images? They drop a zillion of them all the time. But I mean, looks like the film. Looks like it jumped off the screen. Both look brilliant. Whether you're going Orion Pax, whether you're going D16, whether you're going Optimus Prime, whether you're going Megatron, I think these really succeed. If you're a one fan, I think these really succeed. We go up here. I'm going to check in with you guys now in just a moment. We'll take that down. Actually, why don't we finish the news and then I'll check in with you guys. So TFCon Chicago, Fans Hobby is going to do Helmsman as their exclusive. This is obviously one of the Predators. I'm not sure which one it is. Snare, maybe. I'm not sure, but it's obviously one of the Predators. Newage showed variants. We talked about how Newage was doing a Scar that was going to be the basis for a Dinobot combiner. Well, now they've done variants of them, as Newage is prone to do. The first is a comic deco. The next is a toy deco with chrome parts that looks really cool. Then there's the G2 deco with chrome parts, and there's the shattered glass. So if we go down here, I think this might be the shattered glass one, which looks pretty sinister. It's obviously Scar. Right. Ankylosaurus here. And of course, combined up, you can see exactly what all of the, I guess, shattered glass Dinobots look like. And there's an alternate head for their Grimlock. So that's why they're showing Grimlock here with the alternate head. This is the comic accurate one where the blacks are replaced by kind of blues. Still very metallic. We have the oranges, I guess orangey golds, and the reds. I like this. I think this looks really good. I like the King Grimlock head. I mean, I keep thinking about the 86 Grimlock in the comic colors, and I'm like, man, this would fit in well with that. Really, and Volcanicus in the comic colors, I think, looks great. I think this is the best I've ever seen Volcanicus look, honestly. Then we have the toy accurate chrome one. The head is not King Grimlock. It's just a Volcanicus head. A lot of gold chrome here, though, man. Other than that, very monochromatic. Not that it looks bad if you're into chrome. I'm not a huge chrome guy, but I'm not going to pretend that this doesn't look pretty good. Again, a new Grimlock head, so it is what it is, right? Make of that what you will. Volcanicus looks pretty good. And the other one is, I don't remember what this one is. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe G2. Maybe this was G2. Comic. Maybe this is the Shattered Glass. Maybe that was my mistake. I don't know. This might be the G2, actually. I think this might be the G2. Yeah, this is the G2. Never mind. The first one was the Shattered Glass. I thought so with the purples and stuff. This is obviously the G2. Although the Dino looks really cool anyway. I kind of, this would still fit, I think, with G1 as well. Volcanicus has never looked wilder. I still think the comics one looks the best. This looks a little too, I don't know, hodgepodge of colors for my taste, but to each their own. This is some of the, this is some of the like line work shared by Marcelo Mater. I have no idea if I'm saying his name right. For the Armada Nemesis Prime, for the box art for it, and for the minicons that are on the box. So if you're interested in box art, you can kind of see some of the bare bones of it there. Now, from China Toy Expo, because we done NYCC and a number of items from that, China Toy Expo had a bunch of like Blokees that they had shown off, a roller and a trailer to go with their Optimus in vehicle mode. That's the IDW version. I think that this looks really cool. Maybe Mirage, Hound. I love that roller can go in here. And we talked about how roller and the trailer were getting done. This was the first time that they showed off their Bruticus. Fairly big, looks really cool. Would love to see him in color. I feel like, certainly for the legs, I feel like there's a lot of squared off detail here. I'd be interested to know the range of T-posing ability of the arms for Blast Off and Vortex, right? Obviously bigger than a lot of the rest on display. A lot of it we've seen before, like the Tarn, the Transformers Prime Optimus. You know, we know that it's up and coming. The reformatting Megatron, but we had not seen the Bruticus at all up until this point. I don't think. Starscream down here. The Bruticus, though, looks pretty cool, I gotta say. Bombshell looks good. Shattered Glass Starscream also looks very good. Megatron, I still think he needs some added black eyebrows at the very least, and the triangles. Otherwise, he's good. I like Shockwave. He's good. I like the detail on the chest as well. I do think the eye's a little bit big, but it's a minor gripe if you're into these. I know Maximal 10 loves the Blokees, so might be right up the alley there. So we'll go back into that. And I guess not for nothing, right? The Alt Mode Transformers characters from Wonderfest were shown. IDW Optimus Prime truck, the trailer and roller, gray prototypes of Scamper, Drag Strip Mirage, Hound Swindle, and Iron Fist Swerve. The Defender Bruticus, look at the prototype for the Defender Bruticus. The Action Edition Tarn, and Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, and Energy Burst Megatron. That's the one I didn't know what it was there. Galaxy versions of Megatron and Bombshell, and the Shining versions of Shockwave and Shattered Glass Starscream. Then this was shown off. I mean, I guess if you're into working out and protein powder and you have a pre-workout drink, purple lemonade, and you have a hydration drink, a purple lemonade, and you want all of that workout stuff to be Transformers related, I guess now you can, if you want. This is the Starscream edition. Previously, we had the Optimus, and we had the Bumblebee and the Megatron, I think it was. The Starscream protein powder, by the way, is apparently a chocolate cookies and cream. Apparently, that's what the flavor is. I can believe Starscream would like chocolate cookies and cream. I believe that. I absolutely believe that, actually. So we go up here. I thought that this was really cool. So, Eddie Del Rio shared concept art for Rise of the Beast, notably Scourge. And you can see a lot of deviation because here there's a lot of rust and he has big wings. He looks like a demon more than a robot, which is what he was going for. You can still see the long neck. I mean, here's the mono eye. We've seen that in some of the stuff. Also notice the hands. Some of them have hands. Some of them have the claw on the hand, right? So aspects were certainly taken. The shoulders, very much like the Studio Series shoulders. I'm kind of glad the wings are gone. I don't think that would have worked for him. Look too animalistic rather than just army leader. And I'm glad they didn't go with a skull head because it would have been too bludgeon. Like this looks very close to the Studio Series and to what we got on screen. The different versions of his unmasked head. I kind of like this one. I kind of like the second one. different versions of the mask. Then we had this. This was going to be Retrax, who was still going to be a pill bug. Now, we all know the actual Beast Wars Retrax and Power Hugger or whatever his name is are trash. But this, if it was made into a figure, maybe this could have been a cool way to do a pill bug. I might have been in for a Retrax if we had gotten this. Would not have been in for this, I don't think. This is a little too out there for me as a version of Tarantulas. I get that he's a creepy spider, but it looks like the spider legs are as here, and it's very hard to discern any sort of a face. I don't think I care for this as Tarantulas. This looks too much like Destro with horns to me. That's why I didn't like that. This is okay. This is, again, the face looks too... Honestly, I saw the face here, and I was like, and the body, and I'm like, this looks like a mix between Hexadecimal from Reboot and like Death's Head 2, I think it is. I don't think it's Death's Head 3. I think that it looks like Death's Head 2. And Hexadecimal. It was, I was like, no. I prefer this a bit more. Notice the shape of the shoulders, very similar to what we got in the Studio Series offering. This is okay too. Again, I don't like the wing thing. I don't care for that on him at all. So a lot there for Scourge. As we go up here, if you're going to fly United, you can use Starlink to join the internet now. And I guess watch all of these characters from Rise of the Beast, Bumblebee, to Peppa Pig and everything in the Crash Bandicoots there. The dude from Warhammer, I think it is. I don't remember his name. Somebody will know, I'm sure. I'm not a Warhammer guy, but I think that's who that is. And lastly, for the news, we have these things, Mash'ems. Remember Mash'ems? No, neither do I. But apparently they were out in 2014 with two lines, two ways. One being Transformers Prime, the other being Age of Extinction. And then they got re-released, basically, with a metallic version in 2017. And now they're getting, I'm going to call it reissued, re-released again. There's 6 versions. So I guess you might be able to call this like a wave, I don't know, wave 4, wave, I don't know. But the ones that are here are Transformers Prime, Ratchet, Soundwave, and Megatron, all from Transformers Prime. Age of Extinction Grimlock, and then a Mystery 6th character. Because, of course, these are blind bagged, right? But the Mystery 6th character is just Bumblebee. How do I know that the Mystery 6th is Bumblebee? Well, because we have this picture. And then we have this one of the packaging and whatnot. This person obviously got a version of Ratchet. And then we have this. The water plastic beads for Bumblebee. So Bumblebee's made of plastic beads. I don't know how squishy he's going to be. Water foam beads for Optimus Prime, Megatron, Soundwave, Grimlock, and Ratchet. So yeah, Bumblebee is your 6th one. And for some reason, he uses plastic beads instead of foam beads. Okay. I don't know. Is this for you? Do you want a little... Like, to me, I feel like this is more of like a stress ball, maybe, type of thing. Like, because I guess you can squash it. Well, it says mash them. So I guess you can mash them. I guess you can mash them. That's the only thing I can see. Mash them. And that's it for the news. Let's go back to you guys. I'm going to scroll way up because I know I got a ton to catch up on here. And that's okay, because I'm going to give you guys the... trivia question when I get up to where I think it was that I left off. I think, let's see. Okay, I think it was right there. So here is the trivia. I think it's an easy one. Tonight, but it'll give you guys a chance to do the answer while I go down through all of the chat, and then we'll do the unboxing, and then we'll get out of here. So, the sinister Liege Maximo of the original 13 is known as, because every one of them is known as the prime of something. The Liege Maximo is known as the prime of what? Is the Liege Maximo the prime of hate, the prime of lies, the prime of malice, or the prime of misfortune? A, B, C, or D? Is he the prime of hate, A, lies, B, malice, C, or misfortune, D? What is the Liege Maximo the prime of? Daryl says he's heard of breakage issues with the mini cons in the box set. I have no idea. I haven't heard that. Got Nemesis Armada Prime and Star Saber in today. I hope yours don't break, Big M. I'm not interested in that. I'm not into Unicron Trilogy. I have my Nemesis Prime. I'm good. But I hope you enjoy it. Onyx is great. Figure I haven't got A3 yet. Let's see. Got to step away unexpectedly. That's okay, Daryl. You do what you got to do. Everybody got a life, man. Now that Dr. Wu has up most of the cassettes, I guess they're moving on to Micromasters. No complaints. You know what? I think it's a wise idea for them to. I'm with you, Francis. I'm cool with them moving on to the Micromasters. Micromasters are neat. I think Hasbro flubbed the new ones. I agree. I think there's room for improvement on them, and I think that this will improve on them. Certainly some of them. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Blue. If I didn't say it already, that really looks like something the Sharkticons would have to nibble. Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, D-Dog. I ordered Outback, but I'm going to wait for the Toon Wheelie. I don't even know if I'm going to do it then for the Wheelie. I think he's way too big. Like, Wheelie's about the same size as Daniel. He's not the size of other bots. Flak was also a BotCon exclusive repaint of Energon Landmine. Interesting. It's in my closet, and I don't care about it at all. Fair enough. I ordered both Wheelie and Outback. If you want both, no, order both, I guess. I have the original vintage set of the Autobot Battle Patrol, but a few of them are broken. Yeah, and sometimes that happened, especially where they were so small, right? Pre-order Windcharger Thundercracker. Also done that, yeah. But I might drop Windcharger depending on some reviews. Or the Windcharger Thundercracker. Matthew says his Target had a bunch of the He-Man crossover stuff. I haven't seen any of that yet. I guess it hasn't made its way here yet. I kind of want that Optimus just to see how it works. I believe the spear is called a Naginata. Maybe I have no idea. Naginata. I don't know. I'm not a samurai guy. Optimus Prime. I guess Optimus Prime. Hey, Nar. I, for one, am excited about the Timelines figures. Can't wait to see Megs and B. I mean, that's what I said. It's not. It's hard for me to comment on it because I'm really not a samurai guy. But if you are, then I think they look great. I think that it's fine. I adore the Air Razor mold, so using it for Starscream got to be a win. The Optimus looks neat. It's just it's not for me. But that doesn't mean I think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. It's just not for me. Well-deserved. Skybite ranking. Yeah, I agree. Skybite is beautiful, and he looked really good. I've seen Zero sideways here. Wow. Just finished my Devastator and Superion as well. Got Earthrise Scorponok and his upgrades. 86 megs. Onyx Micronus. That's a ton of stuff you got. Honest to God. Woo! I don't really do the upgrade kits. They're just too expensive. For what you're getting, like I'm not paying more for an upgrade kit than I did for the figure. That's insane to me. And that's where they're too. And it's not for me. But that doesn't mean I'm not impressed with them. As for Devastator and Superion, well, Devastator, you already know what I thought of that. Tomorrow, remember, we're going to do Superion and Superion, right? It'll really focus on the Age of the Primes, but I will show it next to the Combiner Wars, and I will talk about what I think is different and improved, and what I think is a strength of the Combiner Wars over the Age of the Primes, and what I think is a strength of the Age of the Primes over the Combiner Wars. Some of that's subjective, some of it's objective. Sideways won't sell early, but it will sell out, probably. Yeah, great Hollow Dragonfly. I'm with Big M. I agree. I think it is never too late to complain and stop spending. I don't think it is either, but I find it really classless and childish that I had to put up with a bunch of people just saying, "Oh, you're being a big baby," and to them, I would say, "Well, you're an addict. If you don't see a problem, then you're an addict, and you should go and get addictions counseling." Is what I said to them. That would be my reply to them. I've been cutting back for a long time. So, because a lot of people ask me, they said, "GotBot, why haven't you talked about the price jumps?" That's only in the US, guys. That's not happening anywhere else in the world. Everywhere else in the world, the prices are staying the same. And Hasbro said this. Hasbro explicitly said international prices aren't going up. US prices will because they have to cover the tariffs. It's as simple as that. If you didn't elect the moron who introduced tariffs, then you wouldn't have this problem. I don't have anything else to say on it, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's as simple as that. Walmart is selling retro Braun for $30. They upcharged it by $5. I think he's living in Ohio. And again, like Braun for $30. I mean, sorry, you're not going to get kind of a shock from me because they're $36 here. Still more expensive here. I'll wait for the cartoon color wheelie in Outback. That's fair. I don't know what else they would do to change Outback to cartoon colors other than extend the silver up on the shoulder. That's really the only difference. My pile of bot markers at BBTS last 3 months of pre-orders. I've heard of this pile of loot thing, but I have no idea how it works. I've even heard people try to explain it, but I don't get it. So you just put a bunch of stuff in your cart and you leave it until you want to pay for it. I don't understand how it works because I don't use it. Now I will say this: I'm going to give BBTS credit for something. They sent out this big email to Canadians saying that there is now flat rate shipping to Canada for $8, which I'm not surprised. Being Canada Post, I'm not shocked. But flat rate shipping now to Canada as well. I think I think a good 10 years overdue. But yeah, flat rate shipping to Canada, I think that's a smart move. They have to improve their international business. And I've said lots of times, internationally, they suck because the shipping and the customs is insane. So they had to do something to address that. $8 flat ship or flat rate shipping internationally to Canada, I think is a smart choice. Smart choice. They got to do it for more places, I reckon. MD005KO 86 Optimus Prime. Don't need that. Okay. No yellow lights on the top of the cab either. Oh yeah, no yellow lights on the top of the cab either. Good eye, Francis. Good eye, buddy. I've heard people saying the 86 Optimus head is S1-esque, and the Skybound is more S2. Possibly. I could possibly see that. I wouldn't want it. Respectfully, I'll stay with what I have and what I want. No need to overdo it, I guess. I'm done getting Optimus Prime. 86 is my last I need. Agreed. I'm not even like my eye doesn't even go to any more Optimus Primes. I'm like, I already got the perfect one. Just got my email. Francie says he just got his email for the RID Optimus replacement. Samurai Prime Wheels A. Naginata. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Like, I'm not into all this Japanesey stuff. I got to be honest with you. It's never really appealed to me. I like their architecture. I love the architecture. And I like the color, but that's about it. That's where I'm done, kind of done. Generation 2 Hero Megatron. Yes, it is the Hero Megatron. Starscream Wave likes flat surfaces like folding chairs to hit GotBot. Not wrong some days, buddy. Not wrong. That's one skinny Bronto. Yes, it is. That's why I figured it was more of an Apatosaurus. Hey, Joe. Never played with a Kang, but they look crazy good. Predaking has monkey pants. He does have monkey pants. I know he has monkey pants, but I would still be intrigued to see it done in a generation scale, just because Predaking is so overlooked. He's so prominent, but so overlooked compared to other combiners. I mean, I get it. They did the Titan, but he was too big. And now they're doing this T-Spark or Adamus Machina one or whatever. but like it's too expensive. Just do a bloody mainline size combiner of Predaking. It's not rocket science. Hey, Joel, highly recommend the ASOAKO. Yes, I agree. Hey, Tony, if I didn't say it earlier, buddy. Hey, Inconsiderate Prime. Late in the UK. I appreciate you being here. I know it's getting late in the UK, buddy. The Ion Blaster does indeed plug into 86 Prime's backpack. Cool. Because like I said, I don't use it, so I didn't know that. But that's a nice little feature, though. My name is Jeff. My real name is Jeff. Okay. Is that actually your name, Blue? Is your real name Jeff? I'm Steve. I don't know why you keep saying these names, but okay, whatever. Mistransform maybe for the truck. It could be, but I thought I'd mention it anyway, as it was something that I just noticed. Helmsman is Skyquake? Really? You sure? Because that doesn't really look like Skyquake. I'm waiting on my Onyx to come in now. Yeah, Skyquake. Okay. If you guys say so, I don't think it really looks like a Skyquake, but okay, whatever. I stand corrected. I want the Skyquake. Love Fans Hobby. Don't know anything about the company other than they look good. It's MP scaled, so not my bag, but if you want to get it, I guess. Hey, Felon, I got 4-pack. I got the 4-pack from Target yesterday. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. The 4-pack has been here on the shelf in a couple of locations for a while. I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm looking at it. And I'm like, I want Horrible. Horrible is Skull Cruncher. Skull Cruncher was $17.99. Taxes in, he's like $20, $22 maybe. I can't spend $120 plus tax for a $22 figure. I would gladly pay someone $22 for it, but I just can't. And when I say that, some people have been like, we'll sell the other 3, but that's literally what everybody has said they're doing. There's going to be a glut. You're not going to sell the other 3 that easy. So I guess I just won't have a Horrible, I guess. I have all the other TFCon Predators. I don't know what that means, but okay. You got to remember, I've never been to a TFCon. I don't really know what you're talking about. I'm still waiting for my Megatronus. I have to agree with you there, Tony. G1 Universe Deluxe Prime had 2 guns because the G1 Prime had a regular and bloated gun variations. I've always wondered where the 2 blasters came from because my G1 Optimus had 1, and it was his Ion Blaster, and that's it. It's the same thing with Ultra Magnus. I know some people's Ultra Magnus had a blue head and a blue face. Mine had a blue head and a silver face. So I don't know. I never had the weird variants, I guess. Go Power Rangers. Yeah, kind of looked like a Megazord, didn't it? It's morphing time. My KO Primes need trailers too. You can get those. I'm just saying. You can get those. They exist. Blokees started out slow, and then they were let off the leash. I agree and gone crazy. I agree. I've been messing with Alpha Trion this week. I got the reissue Nova Prime. I need to. The Nova Prime's great. I already reviewed it. I love the Nova Prime. I think it's a good use of that mold. Blue, did you hear that Erica is supposedly pregnant? The story just gets more sad by the day. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about there, but whatever. If you didn't read his comment, Blue, there you go. Grape lemonade. Yeah, grape lemonade. That's what the pre-workout drink or whatever is. Got Legacy Chromia. She was a pass originally, but for $8. I don't even think she's worth $8. I wouldn't pay 8 cents for it. I hate that one so bad. As soon as the Legacy one came out, I immediately replaced it. Her waist thing doesn't stay on. She can hardly bend her knee unless you move the chunks on the side of her legs. The hips were as loose gets. The eyes look creepy dead to me. I hated it. Hated it. Scourge is the devil. I guess. I can see how you would do that. Yeah, it kind of has a demonic look to him. You're right. Still need Toy Hacks Kid him up. Yeah, Blue, you just stop. He's making a joke. You're saying don't mess with spiritual. You got to stop. Stop with all the churchy stuff. You got to stop, man. Believe what you want, but keep it out of my chat and keep it off the channel, please. And I would say that to anyone. It's not just Christianity. I would say that about any religion. This is not the place for it. See, right there. You're asking right away what his denomination is. No, we're done with that. Let's see. Hey, Grimlock on. Gee, been a while, buddy, since you've been here. The only place I've ever seen those Mash'em things is in the dollar store. I haven't even seen them there, but I wouldn't be looking for them. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't be looking for them. The Cyberverse Chromia, she was reused from Prowl. Yes, you're right. She was. I want to know what my OG Ultra Magnus fave looked like. Oh, you don't remember now? And did I? Because that jumped down there. Supposed to get RC missing link today. UPS is super slow. Same here. UPS is not fast. Let's see. We got a B, B, D, B, B. We got a lot of B's there. We got a lot of B's. And B is correct. He is the prime of lies. He uses the Legion darts. And just for a bonus, anybody know what's special about the Legion darts? What's special about them? Anybody know? Anybody know what's special about the Legion darts? The only original release of Ultra Magnus had the silver face and rubber wheels. Later versions had windowless white primes, no silver face and plastic wheels. Well, I guess I didn't have one of the later ones then. Not sure. He was the prime of Decepticons. You're right. They have toxin in them. They are filled with a toxin, and he used them on Unicron during the Prime's battle against the Chaos Bringer. But they really didn't do a whole lot to him. You know what worked better? Misleading Unicron so the other Primes could attack. His lies were able to mislead Unicron. And that's why the Seekers, and specifically someone like Starscream, is part of the lineage of the Liege Maximo. Sinister as they get. Okay, let's do the unboxing and get out of here. So, first things first. Starscream wife. So you know this is going to be good, right? Starscream wife was at the dollar store, and I don't have the Grimlock because it came in a 3-pack with a weird little version of Prime Predaking and a weird little version of Prime Predaking, and I'll spit this out in a second. A version of Snarl. But she does have the Transformers Dinobot Adventures Swoop. I don't know when I'm going to review these little lads, by the way, but I'm going to do them all as one. But I like this. You press the button and his wings flap. That's fantastic. Then we have Sludge. Like I said, I'll do all these as just one. And with Sludge, his head and stuff moves if you press the little button there. And Snarl. Or, no, Slug. And you see the tail go in there. And yes, these do they transform. This will be one of those funny reviews. And then this little lad here, yeah, you push on the tail, and I guess the head is supposed to move. I don't know. I don't know about that, man. I really don't know about that. And the other thing, as Dragonfly pointed out earlier, boom, Onyx Prime, finally. Love the triptych mask being on this spear or arrow, if you prefer. I love that the tail can be a tail Or, again, a bow. I adore this guy. You guys know I've talked about him all year. I adore how he turned out. And for the record, right now I have him bipedal, but normally I leave these legs down in front of him as vestigial legs. And if you know the image of him up on his hind legs from the Covenant of Primus, a lot of people didn't know he was up on his hind legs. They thought there were only 2 legs, but there's not. There's 4. The other 2 are like reared up in front of him. This guy can pull off that pose from the Covenant of Primus pretty much perfectly. Very, 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 very well done. I'm going to tell you now, he's going to score really, really well on Tuesday. So tomorrow will be Superion. We'll get that out of the way. Then we continue on with Wave 3 of Age of the Primes, with the leader class offering being Onyx. Actually, I think Onyx was Wave 2 for our leader class offerings. Love this guy. If you have him and have him out, you probably already know he's great. If you have him and don't have him out yet, get him out. He is a hoot and a blast. I didn't know how they were going to take such a wild design and pull it off, but man, oh man, did they pull it off really, really well. And I love the 6-legged, yes, 6-legged alt mode. Think it's great. The only gripe I would have is I wish that the hands in beast mode folded in to the arm, and we had like an actual like hoof or claw or something that comes out instead of opening the hands all the way out to be the, you know, the hoof or the claw thing, right? That's the only gripe I think I got with this guy. Otherwise, I adore him. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We can get out of here. We've gone through the Dinobot adventures. Onyx is there, ready to go for next week. We know Superion is tomorrow. There's still stuff over there that we haven't gotten to yet with the unboxing, that we haven't gotten to yet with reviews. Told you guys a little while ago, man, we have enough things to take us well into November at the very least. For now, I hope you guys are gearing up to have a tremendous, tremendous weekend. It's right around the corner, man. Right around the corner. Only tomorrow. I'm going to thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through Spring. Or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here inside the videos. Have a great weekend, guys.